Does everything at linebacker fall into place after that?
Yeah, I think the Mike linebacker thing is interesting. I think Jan Johnson's had a really good offseason. Very respected in our program from the strength staff, from our coaching staff, from the players. He's really improved his athleticism. You know, it's probably the first time he's been healthy, you know, for an extended period of time where he can really develop and grow. He's freakishly smart. Asks really tough questions, challenges to coaches and his teammates. So, you know, he's kind of an interesting piece of the puzzle. And then we got a bunch of guys, kind of like what we talked about with Michael Menon on the offensive line, guys that we think can play multiple positions between that Mike and Will linebacker, our two box linebackers for the most part, or our two linebackers that play in smaller quarters or in tighter space into the boundary. There's a lot of guys that factor into that. I think Cooper factors into playing multiple positions. I think, Jesse Lucchetta, Daylon Darien, Micah Parsons, you'd like to limit the young guys as much as you possibly can from having to play multiple positions. But, there's some flexibility that factors in there that we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, I think once we can kind of figure out who the Mike linebacker is going to be, it does allow us to kind of have some moving parts in some of the other positions. But I don't know how quickly we'll figure that out, to be honest with you. Let me say one more thing. The reason I say that to you is it's hard to make a decision early on when you're vanilla offense and vanilla defense. How is the guy going to handle as you start putting multiple formations in, unbalanced, FSL or FIB, formation into the boundary, formation in the sideline, motion, shifts, tempo, the more exotic you get on defense. So it's hard to make a decision early when you haven't seen all that, and that guy's got to be your problem solver. He's got to be your eraser that's going to give everybody confidence with, here's the call, here's the adjustments, and these are the things we're going to do. And the way we install is, we don't, it's not like a free-for-all. Brent Pry knows exactly what the offense is going to install. Ricky Ronnie knows exactly what the defense is going to install, and we do it step by step. So base 4-3 with a one linebacker blitz, base 4-3 with two linebacker blitz, base 4-3 with secondary blitz. Then we go to an odd front, base odd front linebacker blitz, base odd front, secondary blitzes. Then we go kind of, you can see it all, cover zero. Same thing on offense. I don't want Brent Pry in our defense to see unbalanced on day one. It's base looks, and then we grow. Formation in the sideline, motions and shifts. And then we get to a point where everything's in, okay, it's free-for-all. Everything goes at this point. Because not only do the coaches need to do that from an installation standpoint, but how do I evaluate the young linebackers if they're seeing a free-for-all on day one? They got no chance to be successful. So we take it no different than a teacher does, part, whole, lesson plans, building A through Z, and grow towards that, if that makes sense. Sorry.